Hi everyone, we are back in the kitchen and I'm going to do a quick mix up of some of my cinnamon vanilla sugar and my vanilla sugar. I use this in my coffee. I also use this in several recipes. It can be used in any baking recipe, any topping. So I'm going to bring you along and you can watch how I make it. Right now we're going to be cutting the vanilla beans. I wanted to use these a little bit before now. They are starting to get a little dried out. But all you need to do is just split the pod down the middle. I like to cut my pods in half and then do it. I don't know if you're supposed to do it that way, but it's easier for me to handle. And then all you're going to do is take the back side of your knife. I'm going to show you. Take the back side of your knife and you're just going to gently scrape the pods out. And you can see I got some on my knife. And then I'm going to put that in my bowl of sugar, and I'm just going to keep doing this until I get all of my beans out. I like to do this on a white plate. That way I can see what I miss and scrape off the plate what goes in. All right. I'm hoping eventually to start an Etsy shop and sell these as well as some other seasoning mixes and spice mixes, dip mixes that I make. Right now I just kind of make them and give them to friends and family. This is the most time-consuming part. And obviously the more beans you scrape, the stronger the vanilla is going to be. I don't use an exact measurement. I just kind of mix it and stir. And then when I see enough little vanilla bean flakes in the sugar to suit, then I stop. Boy, this one's a little booger to get out. See all the stuff in there. In case anybody's wondering, yes, my hands are clean. And then I also will put the cut up bean in my package when I store it. Excuse all the dishes you see in the background. We unfortunately do not have a dishwasher. We're on septic, and it is a very, very old septic system. We actually already need to replace the tank. The lid is caving in, so definitely will not be putting a dishwasher, even a portable one, on this. Just gonna baby everything because septic systems, I don't know if anybody's priced those recently, are not cheap. All right, so scrape these in here. Open this one up a little bit more. All right. Cut another one open here. I'm very picky about what I put in my coffee. I've probably tried every creamer under the book. And I just don't like it. I don't like the fake taste, the off taste that I get from most of them. So I use this sugar with some milk or cream, unless I make my own creamer, which I'm going to make a video on that as well. It is a pumpkin spice creamer. Who doesn't love pumpkin spice creamer? And it is about to be the season for pumpkin spice. So we're trying to get that video out here next week, or whenever I need more to make more creamer, really. Okay, let's do another bean. We're on the third bean. This is probably a cup and a half of sugar. And again, like I said, just eyeball it. And it's really however much you want in there. Regardless of how much. If you see the black specks, you're going to taste the vanilla in it. Obviously, the more you have, it's going to enhance the flavor. I also had ordered a bunch of these beans. This is what I had left, and I made, I guess it's been about 3 months ago now, 4 or 5 months ago, something like that. I made homemade vanilla that I've got sitting, that I tend to on a daily basis by shaking and all that. I got that ready a few months ago. That way it was ready for the holiday season. The price of vanilla, along with the price of everything else we know these days, but the price of vanilla is just astronomical. I couldn't believe it. And it's much cheaper for a bottle of vodka or a bottle of spiced rum to make your homemade vanilla. You'll get way more, and it's super simple. All right. I also did a orange extract that I've got sitting, as well as cinnamon extract, which I'm excited about. The cinnamon extract that will be used a lot coming up here. I love cinnamon, and with all the stuff you cook through the holidays, the baking, a lot of it has cinnamon in it. So I thought I'd try it out, and I've opened it once or twice, and it is very, very strong. So what I need to do now is cook something with it and see how strong it is when I cook with it. All right, I think this pod was probably the worst pod I had to get these beans out of. It's not wanting to split or anything for me here. Okay, and of course my small whisk is dirty. So we're gonna break this up with a fork. Try and do it all here so you guys can see. You can already see the vanilla beans splitting up in here. Give it a stir. And I do like to run this, I'll just shake this through my sifter. You'll see when you make this, if you make this, the little pieces from the pod, sometimes little pieces of the pod come off. We're going to do one more pod just to make it extra yummy. I'm sure it doesn't hurt anything if you don't run it through the sifter. It just might have a few floaties in your coffee. Obviously, if you're using it in cooking in a baking dish, you're not even going to notice them. So it really depends on your use if you want to take that extra step or not and sift it. All right, this one's going to be a little booger too here to get out. All right, that one just worked out for me to scrape it directly in the bowl. No, now it's not. Get everything off there. This one opened up absolutely perfectly. Another plus is your hands smell great after you do this for hours upon hours, even when you wash them. Okay, let's call that a day. If you wanted this really mixed up and super fine, you also could put it in a little blender, food processor. I did that once and put it in my NutriBullet, and the texture of the sugar that it gave, it made it just cake. When I stored it, like it was caking up. So I don't do that anymore. All right, now we have this all ready to go. Whoops, I just poured some all over the counter. Get my sifter. And I'm going to pour it in this. That way I can just go ahead and pour it in my little bags. These are actually going to be gifts. And you just kind of shake it. And see, there, you see the little stuff that's left? I don't know if you can see the stuff that's left in there. And I'm just gonna do it one more time. All right, you've got your vanilla sugar and it is ready to go for your morning coffee. If you guys can see the little specks in there or not. Oh, that looks so yummy. All right, now we have our vanilla sugar and we are gonna go ahead and add our cinnamon to this. To make it cinnamon vanilla sugar, you could just leave it vanilla sugar. I do both all the time. Today we're just gonna do this and go ahead and mix it up. And again, I just eyeball this. And it's kind of however much cinnamon flavor you like. But again, you gotta taste the cinnamon. You know, you gotta taste the cinnamon. Otherwise, what's the point? I want just a hint of cinnamon. You gotta taste the cinnamon. All right. We are done with that. So now what you're gonna wanna do now is just store this in an airtight container. It'll keep up for a couple months. Or if you wanna give it as gifts, go ahead and do that as well. I do like to store my vanilla beans in with it. It just kind of adds to the flavor, but that's totally optional, totally up to you. You could use these for something else. Throw them in a bottle of extract if you've got it going at the time. Totally up to you. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time, take care.